Have you ever stopped to wonder what happens when someone treats an entire country like their own personal playground? What if you thought you could scream into your camera, mock the people around you, and turn every street into a stage, and then found yourself trapped behind bars far from home with no escape in sight? That's exactly the nightmare unfolding for Vitaly right now. 2 weeks ago, he was live streaming through the mall, joking and taunting anyone in sight, certain that clout and controversy would protect him. But in the Philippines, disrespecting the law isn't a path to fame. It's a fast track to a detention center. So let me ask you, would you still risk it all for a few more views? Could you handle months or even years behind concrete walls with nothing but your own regret for company? Today, we'll break down every shocking twist of Vitaly's fall from internet darling to detainee, reveal how his every move fueled public anger, and show why this saga should serve as a warning for every content creator chasing viral fame. Stay tuned because by the end of this video, you'll understand why fame has its limits and why sometimes the biggest risk is thinking you're untouchable. Exactly 14 days ago, what started as another IRL stream turned into Vitaly's worst nightmare. He expected to be sent home, case closed, yet Philippine authorities had other plans. Instead of a quick deportation flight, he was marched into a detention center where he'll stay locked up until judges review his file.
Not allowed to vlog about anything which goes on inside the detention facility. He will live on the national stipend of 3 meals at 70 pesos a day. That's for all 3 meals. He will not get special treatment. He will live in a common cell while an air conditioner.
And here's the kicker. Review could mean months, even years. The process moves at a glacial pace thanks to heavy caseloads and strict immigration rules. Vitaly isn't just stuck until tomorrow. He's stuck until they decide his fate, and no one can predict that timeline.
He will not be deported just like that.
Oh no, hindi talagang we made a conscious decision not to have him deported.
And not only that, he may just move to another Asian country and do the same thing.
Every single day he spends inside drains more potential from his brand, his freedom, and his future. He went from waving at his fans to counting the hours between lousy meals. And all because he treated real people like background props. So ask yourself, when the law slows down, does clout really speed things up? In this case, it did the opposite. He traded a viral buzz for an uncertain sentence, and now the clock is ticking on how long he'll be forced to think about what he did. Before the arrest, Vitaly's camera captured every outrageous stunt he could dream up. One moment, he was shouting at random passersby with crude jabs. The next, he tried to climb into a police patrol car like it was a theme park ride. He mocked guards, jeered at shop owners, and even joked about shoving someone up their booty if they got in his way. The worst part? He celebrated it all, clapping for himself as crowds record. Filipinos, proud of their culture, watched him belittle their rules and disrespect their people. Each laugh line on his stream became a headline, fueling outrage that governments couldn't ignore. He didn't just push boundaries, he bulldozed them. And when authorities saw that footage, they weren't amused. They saw a man who refused to play by any rules but his own. Now, those same clips are evidence, taped in high definition. Every mocking laugh, every crude gesture, every attempted stunt is on record. Proof that he wasn't naive or mistaken. He knew exactly what he was doing, and now it's coming back to haunt him. Welcome to the Bureau of Immigration Detention Center, nicknamed the Gulag by prisoners who compare it to history's worst work camps. Imagine 3 people crammed onto one narrow metal bed, their elbows touching as they try to sleep. There are no showers, just buckets of stagnant water. The plumbing rarely works, so human waste pools near living quarters. Rats scurry across concrete floors and cockroaches crawl over detainees at night. Meals cost 70 pesos per day for 3 tasteless portions. You can't opt out or pay extra. Air conditioning is a pipe dream unless you're in a crowded communal cell where dozens sweat under a single flickering unit. Phones? Forbidden. Cameras? Out of the question. No live streams, no social media, only silence and the constant hum of worry. The walls are thick with mildew, and a faint smell of decay lingers in every corridor.
I had to kill
Guards
my
hand
nephew.
out flimsy mosquito nets, but they offer little protection from disease. Visitors? rare and brief. Medical care, virtually non-existent. Vitaly went from high-speed luxury livestream gear to nothing but a thin blanket and the harsh glare of fluorescent lights. In the Gulag, reputation means nothing. You're reduced to a number, and your worst moments replayed in court evidence. This is where he'll live while the legal wheels grind on. It's not just the horrible living conditions that make Vitaly's stay terrifying. It's the looming threat of serious jail time. Philippine law doesn't treat immigration violations lightly, especially when they involve harassment of citizens and property damage. The Bureau of Immigration has hinted at criminal charges, meaning every violation could carry a minimum 5-year sentence. Get hit with 2 counts? That's 10 years. 3 counts? 15. Judges can stack convictions, and prosecutors love to play the numbers game. Plus, there are other potential charges: public disorder, theft of government property, and contempt of court for defying orders. If even half stick, Vitaly could be looking at a sentence longer than some convicted felons serving hard time. And these courts aren't known for leniency when a foreign national disrespects local people. What's more, any appeal is a slow, uphill battle. Lawyers in the Philippines handle cases in batches, and appeals courts are swamped. So even if he fights a verdict, he'll still wait and wait in that cell. Each day behind bars chips away at his freedom and his channel's momentum. His viewers might move on, sponsors might pull out, and he'd be left with nothing but regrets penned behind cold prison walls. Vitaly's antics didn't just anger bystanders, they drew a response from the highest office in the land. President Bongbong Marcos took to his official YouTube channel to address the stunt directly.
I'm gonna f***ing rob you.
Sira ulo ko.
Hindi naman Pilipino, pwede ko mamurahin. Hindi naman Pilipino, ang hindi kukulo ang dugo sa napapanood natin.
Sending a clear message to Filipinos. Don't take our kindness for weakness. In a short but pointed statement, he condemned the disrespect shown by foreign influencers who think they're above local customs.
Nakakalungkot dahil ito isang naging bahagi na ng social media.
Tapos na po ang mga dayuhan, nakali na lang, kaya na lang napastangan.
He urged
mga
citizens
Pilipino.
to hold offenders accountable and reminded law enforcement to treat such cases with zero tolerance. When the president personally speaks out, it shifts a local scuffle into a national crisis. News outlets across Asia picked up the speech, amplifying outrage and making Vitaly's case a matter of diplomatic concern. His platform, once prized for its edgy content, is now a spotlight on a diplomatic incident, one that could strain relations between nations if mishandled. Behind the scenes, embassies have reportedly stepped in to monitor the situation, but so far, there's no sign of a deal to fast-track deportation. Instead, the focus remains on justice and respect for Philippine sovereignty. And amid all this, Vitaly watches every statement, every headline as the net tightens. His fate now hinges on politics as much as law. This isn't the first time a streamer chased views at the expense of their own safety. Remember Johnny Somali? He tried similar stunts in multiple countries, each time pushing boundaries and each time landing in hot water. What both Vitaly and Johnny show us is a dangerous pattern, treating real communities as props for entertainment. It might start as harmless pranks, but it escalates quickly when your goal is clicks above all else. When you cross cultural lines, you risk igniting local outrage, and that outrage is real. Governments react, citizens protest, and suddenly you're not just a YouTuber, you're a diplomatic headache. For anyone chasing internet fame, Vitaly's saga is a dire warning. Fame has its price, and sometimes that price is prison time. Online audiences crave novelty, but novelty often means stepping into unknown territory without understanding the rules. If you think your subscriber count buys you a free pass, think again. Laws still apply, customs still matter, and your stunts can have real-world consequences. Not just lost subscribers or negative comments, but lawsuits, criminal records, and the loss of your freedom. So, what should we take away from Vitaly's downfall? First, clout chasing can backfire spectacularly when you treat real people and real laws like they're part of your stage. Second, respect for local customs is non negotiable. What might seem like harmless fun to you can be deeply offensive elsewhere. And finally, fame doesn't equal immunity. No matter how big your following, you're still subject to the law. If Vitaly's story taught us anything, it's that the pursuit of views at any cost can lead you into a nightmare you can't live stream your way out of. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the wildest stunt you've ever seen? And was it worth the risk? Drop a comment below and let's discuss. If you found this video eye-opening, smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into internet scandals, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Share this with a friend who thinks they're invincible online. And remember, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and stay respectful.